Paris in the fall, the last months of the year and the end of the millennium. The city holds many memories for me, of cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
Hey folks, Keric the Pally here, and as you can tell by that rather ominous opening monologue, this is Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. The game was originally released in 1996, which is almost a full 15 years ago. Quite scary when you think about it, really. This is the first point and click that I actually ever owned, and it holds kind of a special place in my personal gaming history. Needless to say, I've played plenty of other point and click since then and actually before, but this is the first one I actually paid money for in terms of actually owning it. All the ones I'd played before this I'd played on a friend's PC. Due to the recent influx of subscribers and channel views, I've decided to do something a little bit special and do one of my favourite video games to mark the 1000 channel views and almost 100 subscriber anniversary. It's kind of scary, to be honest. So this is the game I'm going to do. I have a video today pretty much covering the first, I don't know, about 30 minutes of the game. Kind of show you some of the humour, some of the points about it that are what made it what it was. Hopefully that'll be enjoyable. As you can tell in the background, there's a nice little intro video. That's our hero, George Stobart, having a nice cup of tea, watching the French people do whatever French people do, until, uh-oh. There's always trouble when there's a squeaky old clown about. You should never trust the blighters. Never. And there's why. Killer clowns, ladies and gentlemen. Killer bloody clowns. And if you want to start off a game with a little bit of a blast, that's how you do it.
As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me, but the explosion was to change my life forever.
As you can tell, there will be quite a bit of narration in the game anyway, so I'm just going to try and avoid talking around that if I can. Let's pick up this newspaper first.
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. That was the only news story. The rest was rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read Salah ad-Din, 1345.
There's obviously quite a lot you can do in the game. I'm just going to go straight through, skip a lot of the story in all fairness, like you can go into the cafe and talk to the waitress who survived. But I'm just going to try and keep it short and move through it as quickly as I can.
Freeze! Hold it, right there.
Whoa, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche.
It's little phrases like that the whole way through the game that kind of made me really enjoy it. It has a very distinct humour.
What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur.
This is another one of those funny parts.
Stop holding your breath at once.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur, but I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly, the killer knew of his presence and...
How many times have I warned you about premature extrapolation? All we know is that he is dead.
It seemed reasonable to assume...
A great detective assumes nothing. Take Maigret, for instance.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur. Why, he was no more real than Poirot or Tintin.
That's different, Moo. They were comedy Belgians. Anyway, it is unlikely that even you will learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can.
There are quite a few people in the game that just serve purely for comedy reasons. Moo being one of them.
Et maintenant, to business. Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so, apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Little bit of interaction there.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No, he was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
This kind of acts as an introduction, so it's unskippable.
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon, the picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one.
You can say that again, Rosso.
Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live. She confirms the American statement. A clown with an accordion, no doubt an elaborate and eccentric disguise.
Very well. Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Academic? You are about to witness a scientific breakthrough.
And with that, we're finally out of the introduction scene. We can start doing stuff and hopefully get a little bit of conversation going. So far it's been a bit one-sided. Okay, so the other main character in the game is Nico. He's standing in front of us right now, so I'll have a quick chat with her.
Excuse me, mademoiselle? Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's right, on holiday in Paris. Some holiday, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling.
Oh, George,
Yeah,
kick to the
he went
curb.
inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
What's that, some kind of nightclub?
No, it is a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you could interview me about the bombing. You know, an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
Oh God, it's him again.
She obviously knows what you're talking about. The plot thickens.
I found this newspaper outside the cafe.
That is not a newspaper, it's a gossip rag.
There's something written in it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
It sounds like a betting tip. The name of the horse and the time of the race. What do you think?
We'll just agree with her.
That's what I thought, but the name of the meeting isn't given.
Well, so what? I'm not the least bit interested in horse racing, are you?
No, but it could be a clue to the killer's next move.
Do you think his next victim will be the jockey? Or the horse?
She looked at me with a playful twinkle in her eye. Okay, it's a long shot.
Ask her about the clown again.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Oh, Frosty. Poor George.
Who's the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Planter. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation. Why won't you tell me about this clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number.
Oh, George's luck is changing. He gets a number. Very good.
You help me with my story and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. À bientôt, monsieur.
Fine, I'll, see you soon.
Strictly business. Doesn't sound like much fun. Okay, so we're pretty much done on this area for now. Just need to get an item from the next area. Have a quick chat with this crotchety old bugger.
Hi, can you spare a few minutes?
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
Gruff bugger. Let's give him the paper.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
That's it, George. You tell him. Miserable old tyke.
Bah! Look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Tja! Save the dolphins, catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no?
I guess they find page 3.
Ah, what's this? Salah-Eddin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is. Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money on that nag.
That's it, George. Keep watching. Keep an eye on his hole. Okay, now he's gone. We can finally get into his toolbox and nick something of importance.
I found a T-shaped tool in the box. I didn't know what it was, but it looked useful.
Oh, I wondered what it could be. Could it possibly be a tool for opening manholes? And all that's left to do is to go the way the clown went after the explosion under this arch. Let's make our way over there now. And into the most seedy looking back alley ever. There's obviously no way out of it, so use that tool we got from earlier to open up the sewer covers.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
And just quickly make our way down through that. Far too many holes in this game so far, whether they be man or not. Just pick up this obvious red thing.
As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose.
Lovely. Nice thing to find in a sewer.
The nose was hollow. Printed on the inside were the words, La risée du monde, Paris.
And there we go, one of our first clues. We're hot on the heels of the clown now. Discarding his personal effects in a sewer. A couple of extra clues here, so we'll just pick those up.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
Lovely imagery. Guess the clown had a little bit of a wipe before he left. Get rid of the old grease paint.
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
And with that, we're pretty much done in the sewer, so up we go.
Hi there.
Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back, and now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that.
Don't think he wants to go anywhere near our hands.
Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
A clown, obviously.
I was looking for a clown.
Huh, ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
He planted a bomb in the cafe and blew it up.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu, that is awful. And you say the person responsible was dressed as a clown?
I do indeed.
That's right. He blew up the cafe, escaped into the sewer, changed his clothes, and came up here.
Ah, mon Dieu. Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you were doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Oh god, we've already had somebody's hole and now
Perhaps
we're
you'd
on to
like to
someone
take a look
else's
at my
waste
card?
pipes. Showing the policeman's card.
What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It
Oh,
is
yeah?
your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Let's start over from the beginning and tell it just like it was.
So quickly ask him about some of the items we found. Scrap of material first, I think.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
That is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
Ask him about the jacket.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Okay, that sounds a bit clueful.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck.
And again, we'll ask about the jacket.
Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
It was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
And I think we're pretty much done here. Just ask him about the briefcase before we go. If I can get the mouse over it.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, he was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know, but the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
And finally ask him about the clown.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock, his face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron, but he did not know what he was up against. Oh no, he made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture.
And we're finally done with this old coot.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon. I'll let you out.
Although, to be fair, he was pretty useful.
I hope you find your man, Inspector.
So do I.
And now we're done pretty much with this area, so we just need to use this old bugger's phone quickly. Let's pick it up. And ring Nicole.
Bonjour, Kula.
Oh, hi. It's George Stobart, the American at the cafe.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my
Oh,
apartment?
George.
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
Sounds like your luck might have changed there, mate. And since we're done in this area, we'll just leave. Out to the map. The map obviously updates as you get different areas on it, but we'll just go to Rue Jarry. And this apparently is where Nicole lives. Let's try and get in the door.
I pushed against the door.
Okay, so we can't get in that way. We'll have a quick chat with this woman.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good, and it only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
Too right, George. Okay, we'll ask her about Nico.
Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment block across the street.
I tried the door, but it's locked.
You know, I've told the landlord about that a million times. It is the damp. The whole building is like a sponge. It sucks up the moisture from God knows where.
You mean the door is stuck because it's swollen?
That is correct. There is an art to opening it. Don't shove it hard. Just give it a gentle nudge above
That's
the
literally
nose.
what she said.
Thanks for the advice. See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
I can't quite remember if she does actually turn up again later in the game. I think on this playthrough I might actually keep an eye out for that.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
And then we go, finally. That wasn't very gentle, George.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
Where would you like me to sit, Nico? On the bed? Obviously not. Damn it.
Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number. What's more, I know where he hired the clown suit, too.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck! Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't interested. Can you believe it? He told me to drop this story.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh no. I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think? It's a conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone. I found this false nose in the sewer.
Just check out the false nose. I think she's got an extra clue from it.
It has La Risée du Monde printed inside it.
The laughing stock of the world. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Why don't you put it on, George?
No way am I wearing this. I'd look really stupid. Besides, he might have had a cold.
Good point, George. Good point.
I found a piece of material near the cafe.
Just let her check out this material.
When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George, it's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his left cheek.
A scar. In the shape of a horseshoe.
Oh, a crescent moon.
There we go. He's either interested in horses or astrology. One of the two anyway.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Oh yeah.
I'm going back out.
Where?
I guess I could...
Good idea.
That's us done on this area as well, so we'll go back out and check out the new lead at the costume shop. Just make our way down the street and onto the main map again. Leave that old biddy to do her knitting. And we'll stop off at this costume shop. The guy behind the counter is quite funny actually. Listen out for a few bits and pieces that he has.
Excuse me?
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind, but in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible. You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
Okay, down to the nitty gritty now. Let's ask him about...
Do you recognize this man?
Oui, monsieur. I sold him some grease paint.
Let him check out the grease paint on the hanky.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that.
Oh yeah, pervert.
Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Just ask him about the photo again.
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
And we have a name at this point.
Are you sure this is the same man who hired the clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur Khan.
That pretty much concludes business here.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Might allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
The old buzzer in the hand trick.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
Great advice there. Never use electrical equipment when going for a waz, folks. It's amusing the stuff you can learn from games. Just stop off near the cafe again, simply because I know there's a phone nearby. The next thing we want to do is use the lead from earlier to phone the tailor. Now we have a name. So we'll just get straight to that.
Hello? Who is this?
Hi, my name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Obviously not.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay, forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
Let's ask him quickly about the clown.
The man I'm looking for is called Khan. He bought a suit from you, remember?
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
And now we've got a hotel name. So there you have it. A little introduction to Broken Sword. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see any more, feel free to leave a comment underneath the video. If not, I'll maybe move on to something else actually. I've been Keric the Pally. This obviously has been Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. You have a good evening now.